guys, welcome back. So like around this time last year, I started watching like college videos because high schoolers are getting close to graduation. They're getting more curious about college and how that's gonna go about. So yeah, this is gonna be like I think I have like 15 or so questions. I found an article of questions that like freshmen want to know about, or incoming freshmen want to know, and I am in my my second year, or second semester of my freshman year, so I feel like I can answer these questions by now, so we're just gonna get right into it. The first question is, how does move-in day work? I actually did not move in on a normal move-in day. I moved in a week early. It was part of a program I was in, and I just got one of, like, we had these, like, cart bins things that my dorm had, and just kind of rolled it down, got all my stuff, like, loaded my stuff in it, and took it up to my room. But I also helped, it was part of my, like, community service thing for, like, moving in early, was I had to help on regular move-in day, so I helped regular move-in day, and so like regular move-in day you had volunteers that like helped you move in, so they were like in charge of the moving boxes and beds and stuff to help you transport your stuff. So yeah, that's just kind of how that worked. Is you also got like paperwork that you had to fill out and like before you moved in, because like they had to make sure like all damages were written down and stuff like that, so you weren't going to be charged. So I had like a paper that I had to fill out with all the damages in my room, if there were any that I found that they didn't already notice. So yeah, that's just kind of how it worked. I moved in, put all my stuff together, like, but like once you empty like the boxes and stuff, like the people took them because like they had to go help someone else, or like you took them back down because like they had to use them for other people. Like you couldn't just set your stuff in it and unpack, like you had to bring it up, take it all out, put it somewhere, and then send the box back, and then you could start like putting your things together where you want it and figuring out how you wanted to set up your room. So I didn't find move-in day stressful for me because like I said, I didn't move in on regular day. But for other people it was super stressful because like there were so many people moving in, like so many people going different directions, and like you're running into people, and then you had to figure out how to like fit these boxes in this like little hallway, and like I understand how it could be stressful, but mine personally was not stressful. So this is, how do I balance work, social life, and extracurricular activities? So I kind of have a set work schedule. I know where I'm like I work in the dining hall, and I know like where I'm working, what I'm doing, and like I have a set schedule, so I only work like 3 days out of the week. So like I work Wednesday, Friday, and every other Saturday or every other Sunday depending on the week. And I found that easy, like working on campus I found very useful because like they're gonna work around your schedule, and like if you've done, like for me, like I had to call off for a like class assignment that I forgot I had to do, that I had to go to like a conference for, but the conference was like at the same time that I had to work, and I was like, this is what's going on, and they were just like, okay, no worries, like they were really understanding. So that's really nice to like be able to have a job that I can be like, look, like this is what I have to do, like can I come in later and stay later, or like can I just not come in at all, and they're kind of like understanding about that because like you're a college student, like they understand. Social life, like, so like balancing like schoolwork and social life, I tend to do my homework and stuff like with my friends, and like we just kind of hang out and do homework, to make sure like we're actually doing homework, because like if one of my friends is by herself, like she'll get distracted really easily and she won't do it, and so like we kind of just do it together so that we can keep each other on track. And then, like, I would say, like, personally, like, I have spent, like, the last 2 semesters, like, just doing schoolwork. Like, I haven't done much, like, fun giving out things. Like, I have more this semester than I have last semester. So I definitely would say, like, go out and do more things than what I did, because I didn't do much, and I kind of regret that. But extracurricular activities, like I said, I'm not really a part of anything yet. I didn't want to overload myself my freshman year, so I didn't join any, like, clubs or anything. I joined the Marine Biology Association, but their meetings do not this semester line up with my class schedule, so, like, I can't go to them, and so I don't really consider myself a part of that anymore. Next semester I hopefully will be. But yeah, that's the answer for that question. How will I make friends? I just kind of naturally made friends with the people on my floor. Like, you see them every day, so, like, just stop and talk to them. Like, don't be shy, don't be nervous. Like, especially if it's another freshman, like, they're in your spot too. Like, they don't really know anybody either, so, like, just be yourself. And if it's an upperclassman, like, they understand as well, because they were in your spot, like, a couple years ago or a year ago or something. So, like, just don't be afraid to talk to people. Just someone sitting beside you in class, just start talking to them. Like, that's just how you make friends in college. Am I in the right major? So everybody told me that they thought I was going to change my major my freshman year, and I haven't yet. I said, I don't think I'm going to. Like, I love my major, and, like, I know I love my major because, like, I can sit in class and I'm not super bored. I'm not bored. I'm really interested in enough stuff, so, like, and it's not, like, super hard. Okay, let me rephrase that. It's not super hard, but, like, at the same time, like, a lot of my major classes, like, I'm getting a C, and like, everybody's like, you should be doing better in your major classes, but, like, I have really bad test taking skills, and, like, I'm getting 100% on, like, all of the homework and everything, but I'm failing all the tests. So, like, I don't take that as the fact that I'm in the wrong major. I take that as the fact that tests are just gonna be harder for me, like they always have, because of my learning disability and my test anxiety problems. So I think I'm in the right major. Like, I love it. I don't get bored when I'm listening to someone talk about it. I'm a marine biology major, and, like, I've spent time in the marine lab, and I absolutely love being in there. Like, so I definitely think, like, if you love what you're learning, like, you're in the right major. Like, if you feel comfortable and you're, like, excited to learn about it, like, you're in the right major. What college classes like compared to high school? Depending on the class, they're bigger. Like, my bio lecture hall is, like, really big, but, like, my math class is, like, a normal, like, high school class, so to speak. They don't necessarily, like, the professors don't necessarily, like, give you study guides. Some do, give you study guides, but, like I said, some don't. I don't want to say there's more papers, but there kind of are, but that also could be because I was in a writing class last semester, and I'm in a writing class this semester, so, like, that could be why I feel like I'm doing more papers. But, I mean, to me personally, so far, it hasn't been much different to high school. They're just really bigger classes, and, like, instead of, like, necessarily being handed, like, a paper to fill out for your notes, like, you just have to write off of what the professor's lecturing about. So you just kind of have to learn how to do that properly, which, I mean, I haven't quite mastered yet, but I'm getting better at it. It's just kind of a learning experience as you go. You learn how you note take, like, what's the best way for you to personally note take, like, if that makes sense. What are the professors like? All of my professors are super nice and, like, super friendly. I'm a super shy person, and, like, I always feel like I don't want to walk up to them because, like, they're professors. Like, I feel like they're gonna treat me like I'm dumb. But I would say, like, if you have a question for your professor, like, check the syllabus first, because like if it's on the syllabus, they're just gonna be like, look at the syllabus. So like if you have a question about the course or like about something, check your syllabus before you ask your professor, because they can get kind of annoyed if you ask them a question that's like already on the syllabus. So like you just need to look at the syllabus. What are the dorm bathrooms like? I don't think they're that bad. I live in a communal like bathroom style, so I don't think they're that bad, honestly. Like, I haven't had any bad experiences in them. I would definitely say to bring like shower shoes or like Crocs. Don't bring flip flops. I bring like Crocs, something that are more protective for your feet. Definitely would do that. If my roommate and I don't get along, I would say if you and your roommate don't get along, either try changing roommates, go to your RA, or like going to like the head person, because like there's so many people that like honestly on my campus it's really easy to just change your roommates. Like if you don't get along with your roommate, like they will help you change your roommate. Like they don't want you living where like you're gonna hate it, like you're gonna hate it the whole semester. Like they don't want that. And like RAs are like, you can use your RA to like help you if you're like you and your roommate are fighting, or like you need to talk something out. Like you can go to your RA and you're like, look, this is what's happening, and then like they can help you figure out what's best to do, what's best to handle it. So I would definitely say do those two things, and if that doesn't work, then I'm not sure. Typically those two things work, at least at my college it would work. So yeah. What if I get homesick? I'd say like pictures help, like decorating your room with pictures. My room looks really boring right now, but that's because like I just got back from spring break, and like I started taking things home so that I have less to take home when the semester ends. So like I used to have pictures hung up everywhere, but I took them all down and I took all my pictures home because I wanted to make sure they didn't get messed up in the move when I move home. And I go home next weekend, and I'm probably gonna take more stuff home because I just want to make sure that I have like the less I have to take home at the end of the semester, the less stressful it'll be for me. So I've just slowly like taken things home that I know I'm not gonna use anymore. But yeah, like definitely pictures, or like talking to people back home. Like I talk to my mom like every day, or like texting people, like texting friends. It helps. FaceTiming people, it helps. I don't really get homesick because I don't really think I'm the best person to like answer this question, because I don't get homesick. I'm only like an hour and 15 minutes, so like if I want to go home, I just drive home for the weekend. Like it's not that far. But I don't really get homesick. So, but I would definitely say like having pictures up and like FaceTiming people or like texting people daily, like it helps. When should I buy my textbook? So some classes, I would say it depends on the class. Like you can like try to look in to see if like people have given advice on like whether to buy the textbook yet or not. Some people say to wait until after like the first class to see if your first couple classes to see if you're actually gonna use it. And like last semester I bought a textbook and never used it. Like I bought it like months in advance so that I knew I had it, and then I never used it. So I kind of wish I never rented. I actually didn't buy it. I rented it. And I wish I never did. So on that aspect, I definitely say wait until like a couple, like after the first week, because you don't necessarily know if you're going to use it or not. So I definitely say wait. At least I wouldn't wait too long though, because if you wait too long, you're going to get behind. So like within the first like couple classes, I decide whether you need the textbook or not. And I definitely say if you can rent it. Don't buy it because it's typically cheaper. How long does it take to adjust to living on your own? I adjusted really fast, so it wasn't that hard for me. So for me, it didn't take that long, and like for my friends, I don't think it took that long, so it's really not that bad living on your own. There are a few things that like you have to handle on your own that like you're used to somebody else handling, and it's just like, oh, like I have to do that now, but like other than that, like I adjusted really fast. What is it like eating in the dining hall? Ours is like buffet style, so like you swipe in and then you eat however much you want. And I definitely say, like, proportion your food. Like, don't just get something because it looks good. Get something because like you're hungry for it. Don't get too much. So I start off with like one plate, and then like I eat that plate. And if I'm still hungry, maybe I'll go back and get more. But like, I don't get like 5 plates because I won't eat it all. So I definitely say do that. But depending on the day, like sometimes our dining hall is not good, so kind of regret going. So I definitely say like we have more than one dining hall, and like some people prefer one other, and like I definitely say figure out which one you like best. And don't like just get food because it looks good. Get food because you're hungry, if that makes sense. What do the professors mean by office hours? Office hours is like kind of what it sounds like. So they have like specific hours where they're like in their office, and like you can go to them and like you can ask them questions about the homework, or like ask them over something that like you were confused about during the lecture, or like if you need to talk to them about how to get your grade up. Like that's what their hours are for. Like their hours are meant for you to be able to come in and like personally talk to them about how to get help on something, or like how to better understand something, or like something like that. Like that's what office hours are. What if I get sick while I'm at school? We have a health center, so I just go there, or like I have medication, like I have Dayquil and NyQuil, and if I get too sick, like I go home. But like I said, I only live like an hour and a half away, and I haven't done that yet. Like typically when I'm sick, I just take like Dayquil and I just try to sleep it off. Or like if it gets too bad, I'll go to the health center. So just like I would back home, like my mom would take me to the doctor. So if I got too sick, like I'd just take myself to the doctor instead of my mom doing it. I would say if you're not too sick, I'd still go to class. But if you're too sick to go to class, like don't go. It's okay. Just email your professor. But typically if you do email your professor, then you have to go to the health center or somewhere to get like an excuse so that like it doesn't count against you if your attendance counts. So I would do that. What should I do between now and move-in day? Buy your stuff. Like I slowly started buying all of my stuff so that I didn't try buying it all at once. And like I printed off like packing lists and stuff like that, and like marked off things that I bought it, because like I didn't want to buy it all at once and then realize I forgot something. Like as I thought of it, I bought it, if that makes sense. And like I didn't want to get into a predicament like I didn't have enough money then to buy the stuff, so I just kind of bought it as I had the money. And so like slowly accumulated stuff. I started planning like what I'm gonna take, what I'm not gonna take. Buying school supplies. I started buying like notebooks and folders and stuff like that. I started figuring out like I said, what I'm gonna take for my house, what I'm not. I started packing already, which I know is crazy. But I'm kind of one of those people that like if I have something to do, like I want to get it done as soon as possible. So like for me, like if I had all of my stuff packed and ready to go, like it was done, it was over with. All I had to do was work during the summer and then I could go. Like I didn't have to stress over, I didn't have to worry. Like I just made sure I have everything packed, and it was really easy to just load up my car and go because everything was already packed like weeks in advance. So that was super nice. So yeah, I definitely like price your books too. Like make sure you have like a budget for everything. Like if you only have a certain amount of money, like I definitely budget how much you're gonna spend on stuff, because you don't want to go over that budget and realize you don't have enough money for your books and stuff. So that's what I would do from here on out, is start packing if you can, start figuring out like what you're gonna bring from home. Like you don't necessarily have to pack that stuff, but like just make sure you know what you're gonna bring with you. Price everything out, like budget everything that you need to buy, so that you know you have the money for it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I started watching YouTube videos to hope to figure out like what I should bring and what I shouldn't bring. So yeah, I'm just kind of in a way started researching. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below for future videos. Bye!